Press record. Okay. Three, two, one. And what's up, guys? Welcome back. This is Big Schmoke at Deaddraw SYA's channel, bringing you a top 32 from Saskatoon. Of course, repping it is our boy Josh Harablo. Hey, so how does it feel to have the top 32? How does
You
it
know,
feel?
I didn't even want to play in this YCS. My friends told me why not. I said you're right, and you know what? I'm happy. It feels really good.
There you go. Well, you gotta tell me. You gotta tell them what you told me. You know how many testing times did you do for this
Oh,
YCS?
well, so if you've been following Dead Draw's channel, you saw I topped Winnipeg Regionals.
Yep.
I don't know, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
In that video, I mentioned I played the night before, and like didn't even own half the deck at the point. Got a regional top there, and then I played two locals since,
Nice.
and I played four matches the night before this YCS. That was all I've played Yu-Gi-Oh for the past while. I've been pretty busy,
Sheesh.
and I don't know, it worked, I guess.
Yes, I'll play. Gotta work. So yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Any shout outs before we start into it?
Just shout out to all the homies, everyone in my Facebook DMs. You know who you are. Specifically, I guess Cole and Ethan and Zach. They helped me practice the night before. Like I said, I played each of them once, and just kind of the different decks of the format to get a feel of what's going on.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's get started.
perfect. So I did not play Flu. I just really liked this map. Um, I played Spright. So your basic Sprite core, pretty generic. No real explanation here. You know. Oh, where did that one go? I also have the trap. There we go. In the main.
Is that double
And so yeah,
cross? Yeah.
yeah, double cross. I decided to main double cross just because the regular board with Toad Smashers didn't feel the greatest. This gives me a third Toad, which is kind of nice. Going first. Came out going second a lot. Not much really need to be said here.
Okay.
Uh, so you know those out of the way. Then your nimble package, you play the two angler because it makes one beaver combo.
Yep.
Uh, Cards do well. And then I played two swap, one dupe. Um, you play the third name. It can be another swap if you want to have a better like normal. But you want to summon off the swap in this opponent standby phase to have that extra level two to tribute with like your red or your carrot or something. Otherwise, you might have to preemptively tribute an elf or just go and negate on something you want to negate. Uh, Dupe is
Nice.
good because the combo you set up, you don't want them attacking into things, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why I chose that.
Okay. Would you did you never ever like miss the third swap ever?
I didn't even play like three swap ever.
Mm.
This is something new for me.
Okay.
Uh, no. The one time I drew dupe, I just normaled it and had a blue, so it's like it still works.
Hmm. Yeah, that's what
And I still get the full combo. I just
Yeah.
don't. The dupe's now engraved,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but
Yeah.
is what it is. Consistency, two pot. This is at two just because I wanted to play specifically 17 hand traps, and
Mm.
the rest of that was the rest of the deck's engine. So this
Mm.
makes it 40. Uh,
Nice.
there we go. Hand traps. I played a ton of bestials. Um,
Nice.
they were all right. They weren't like amazing. They weren't terrible, except for I played like uh, half tier, half flu. So against flu, they're garbage.
They're
And then I
done.
played one
Yeah.
mirror. Like it was pretty split even. It was legitimately one mirror, and then the rest was like down the middle tier and flu.
Mm.
Uh, then I also played generic hand traps, for flu, and like they work into everything else. You know what? Effect Veiler and Ash Blossom actually came up huge a bunch of times. I only drew Imperm like once or twice, but
Okay.
they still worked. Like I'd stop just these two would stop tier plays sometimes,
Hmm.
right? And also they stop the shufflers,
Yeah.
or not the shufflers, the mill five. And if I'm going first, I can use it on Hovinus to be not like not have them play on my turn.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
So
Pretty good.
that's the main clean 40. Not much
Mhm.
really to say. Just I played a ton of hand traps, 17, just to make sure I drew uh two minimum. And you know what? Like I also had a good chance to draw three. Not like a great chance, but
Yeah.
comes up.
Did you ever
Uh,
brick on that, like that number?
uh, no, I never opened unplayable. There was a
Okay.
couple games where I was going second, where I
Mhm.
actually side out the pots, the trap, a dupe for four other cards,
Okay.
and where it's like my opening hand is unplayable, and then I draw into like playable, so
Yeah.
it worked out.
Cool.
We'll go into extra deck. 2 gig, one swap,
So
Jin, Cat Shark, Soul Sweeper, Wallow, Downard Zeus. I summoned everything in here
maybe once.
multiple times. Multiple
Okay.
times. The only one I summoned once was Wallow, but
Okay.
that's just because it's if I happen to have two Bestials.
Mhm.
It's kind of mediocre. I'd either switch this or Underworld Goddess, which is in here, for a Nightmare Phoenix.
Yeah.
Um,
I think the only thing that's like different from all those succeeds that I've seen is like the Gin Buster. Like I know people play it, some people don't. Like what? Why did you think of adding that?
um, so Gin Buster lets me put up a negate where like if I get really hand trapped,
Mhm.
sometimes I would end on like Gin Buster, and like a red engrave, and then I could elf back the red or Gin negate or whatever. So it's another option
Okay.
to go with.
Nice.
Links, two elf, never needed the third. One sprained, one dark, Codebreaker, and Goddess. I summoned Goddess, but it didn't help. Uh, Realistically, like I didn't even need to summon it. I was just gonna lose anyways. So probably cut it because there's no one really on like Towers monsters.
Yeah.
And if it is a Towers monster, I can attack a route with Gigantic and Cat Shark. So not really required. Like I said, either that or the Wallow would come out for a Nightmare Phoenix.
Wow. What's the play for
Uh,
that? What is that? Exceeds the like you had a link to. I forgot
which one?
that one.
This one?
They call it
This
yeah.
is just to attack over Baguska. It's Codebaker Virus Swordsman, if you can't read it. It's just a link to 2300 attack. Because Baguska can hurt your plays. Also, if you I play shifter in the side, and if you shifter tier, usually their play is to make Baguska and Hope.
Yeah.
So that's how I play around that.
I see. I see.
Um,
Side
then like
deck
I said,
now.
three shifter, and the Gamma Burst. So these would come in for those four cards I said earlier against tier going second. They'd come out going first because shifter going first just hinders my board more than it helps.
Yeah.
And the theory here is shifter them, hopefully hand trap them away from getting to Baguska, and then just OTK them with Gamma Burst.
Ground burst.
Worked
I got.
once. It was all right.
Yeah.
Then I played three Dark Ruler, three Storm, one Duster. These came in against Sprites. These come in against Flu, and uh, I guess this also against Flu. Just going second cards. You know, they're good. Lightning Storm, Duster played a couple times. I saw Dark Ruler once, but didn't matter.
Mm.
And then for going first, I put in three Fenrir and Testudo. The combo is you dump this with your swap that you summon with Elf, because you already dumped that one, and
Okay.
then you can summon it back with Trap. Essentially, is how that works.
Okay.
It what it does is your opponent can't summon 1800 or higher attack monsters, and it has 1800 defense. So basically, you hold this for if you get Dark Rulered or they like break your board, or try to break your board, or like the main one is like the activated tier effect. Before you let them mill, you want to summon this because if they get a shuffler, you're like, oh crap. So if they ever activated anything that would mill cards, I would chain this. So usually it'd be like a Sharon or
Mhm.
a Merly, right?
Yeah.
And then I would summon this, even if they mill a tier. all they can summon is like Garura or Mudragon, and that's not gonna do anything because they can't attack over this.
Yeah.
So that's the list.
Awesome. Let's go with your like your matchups. Like you had 9 rounds, was it? Or how many rounds was it?
Uh, 10 rounds,
10 rounds.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, eight day one, 2 day 2, and then I lost out in top 32. So started out against what did I play against first? I believe it was Tier Element.
Okay.
Um, funny thing, like normally your first few rounds you play against people that if they lose they don't really get do well in the
Mhm.
tournament or whatnot. But the first three people I played against all got day two as well, and I believe
Nice.
two of them are actually first four people all made day two, and
Hmm.
two of them still made top 32.
Nice.
One was Dominic Couch. The other one was Mert something and Jesse Kotton. Um,
Sheesh.
yeah. So it was tier elements. I won that one. I played against Dominic Couch's Flu. I won that one.
Okay.
Then I played. Oh geez, I think it was yeah tier elements again. I
Mhm.
won that. Played against Flu, lost that. Played against the Mirror, won that.
Okay.
And then I think it was the rest of the day one was just tier elements. And then
Okay.
day two, I played a tier and a flu. And then in top 32, I played against flu. Or no,
So
top 32 is tier, sorry.
okay. So like on day one, you only lost once, right? Like one.
Yeah, I only lost
It
once
was
in
like
day
a
one.
tier.
I was fourth going into day two.
Mm, nice. Well, that's pretty amazing. So there you go. We got representative representation now, getting more in there with like more practice and shit. So yeah, thank you for coming. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. You have a great day.
You too.